Okay, so I'm going to show you a quick lesson today. I haven't done one of these for a while. So, what I think is quite cool is this A sus2 sound. Now, the A sus2 isn't a major or a minor chord, it's a root. So if we've got A, it's the root, the second B, and the fifth E. And then we could play the A on top on the 7th fret of the D. So A, B, E, A, 5, 7, 7, 7. So it's a really cool sound. Now, in this context here, I'm trying to use it as a way to play something different. So let's say we got a song chord progression, I don't know, like A, say that we've got an A minor chord, C major chord, D minor chord, and an F major. Doesn't really, or maybe a G as well. So it doesn't really matter what order, whether it's all of them, whether it's just some of them. But basically, over the A minor, you could play like an A sus2. Over the C, you could play a C sus2. Instead of just play A minor or C major. So instead of do the standard arpeggios. Over D minor, D sus2. And over F, F sus2. And over G, G sus2. So I just did the same shape there. Now even just practicing this will get the sound in your head. So 5, 7, 5, 7, 7. Like I said, you can add the 7 on top, the root on top if you want to. C, 8, 10, 10, 10. D, 10, 12, 12, 12. We're going to miss E, F, 13, 15, 15, 15. G, 15, 17, 17, 17. And back to A again, 17, 19, 19, 19. So, without the root, you can move it more quickly without the root. So it's just a way of getting you used to. You can also play the chord 5 on the low E, 2 on the D, and 2 on the G. So you're muting the A string. Wait, hold on a sec. No, you're not. You're playing 2nd fret on the A and 2nd fret on the D. So you can do it that way. But the idea was to kind of find those notes over the chord. So if we got an A minor, we've got the A minor pentatonic, we find that A, B, and E. So A, B, E. We could go, this shape's quite useful. So it'd be 7 on the D, A, 9 on the G, E, 10 on the B, A, and then 12 on the high E. So we've got A, the root, E, the 5th, A again, the root, and E, the 5th. Now you'll notice there's no 2nd, but there is a B note here on the 12th fret of the B. So you can actually kind of get... That was crap. And then you can move the shape up. So that's A on 7th fret of the D. Move it up to C, 10th fret of the D. 10, 12, 13, 15. And you get that real sus sound if you add the 15th fret of the G. Then move it up to the D note, 12th fret. It's almost like playing 2 power chords. Root 5th, root 5th. You don't actually need the 2nd to get the sound, but if you really want the sort of full sound, you can add that note. Can you see how it's like 2 power chords? 5, 7, 8, 10. gosh, it's really stretchy there. That's not right. Come on there. There we go. There we go. 10, 12, 13, 15. 12, 14, 15, 17. And we're going to go to F, 15, 15, 17, 18, 20. Then we're back to A, 17, 19, 20, 22. So like this. Hold on. Wait. There we go. Yeah, you probably wouldn't play it like that, but you can use it. So basically this video is about playing sus chords as a substitute for major or minor. So you need the root, the second and the fifth. If you don't know what that is, you can always just Google what's an A sus2 chord and then try and find the notes. Remember, you're playing a major scale. It's the first note, and the second note, and the fifth note. So this is where knowing the major scale or even the natural minor scale is really helpful for you, but particularly the major scale. Root, second, fifth. Now the cool thing also about this is that you can dip in between the actual chord, so in this case A minor, and the sus at any point. So you can kind of have the two sounds available. So give it a go. It's just a different sound playing sus chords as a substitute, and it's really fun. Yeah, the reason we don't use it over E is because E would have an F sharp in it, and there's no sharps or flats in the key of A minor or C major, so it kind of messes it up. So there, I'd probably just play an E minor, if I'm honest. If you had an E minor chord. So let me just go over it again. The chords in the key of the A natural minor scale: A minor, B diminished, which we don't really care about right now, C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G minor, G major, back to A minor. So any of those you can substitute for a sus chord apart from the E. Yeah? So if there's an E minor chord in there, you're not going to play E sus2 in the progression. But any of the other chords, and the B diminished, we're going to leave that one out. Because again, that would have an F sharp in there, and we don't want that because there's no F sharp in the key of A natural minor or C major. So that's kind of why those two chords don't really fit too well, but you can do other stuff over them. Anyways, I hope I haven't confused anyone too much. Remember, 1, 2, 5 of the key. That's what creates the sus chord. 1, 2, 5. So if we were in the key of C major, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, 1 would be C, 2 would be D, 5 would be G. Which is why that chord is a C sus2, because you have C, G, the fifth, C, the root, D, which is the second, and then the G on top, which is the fifth.